Hey everybody, it's Tripl-L and here we are, Black Clover chapter 194, an irregular, I guess, upload of this manga series of my impressions and thoughts. Okay, so just to remind everyone, Black Clover is one of the series that I sometimes doesn't give me much to talk about. So that's why we're pretty much here today. It's because they had something pretty interesting happening in the chapter in that it is a lore expansion. And you guys know how I get about those lore expansions. But I just want to say that going forward in the future, Black Clover might be covered a little bit more often. I'm coming back with the anime. I'm just catching back up. One thing that will definitely happen though is that whenever the arcs or any story arc, whenever a story arc is finished for any other series, or including Black Clover, I will come in and make a full arc impression type video, or just a review of an arc saying like, okay, this is what it did well, this is what we got, any other funny little statistics that we have throughout the arc, I'll put it out there. If anyone knows of the My Hero Academia manga arc review videos, it'll be pretty much in that sense. So if you're a fan of those videos, you know what kind of level of content you're going to be getting in terms of the analysis. So that's something to look for in the future. I do think we're still a few chapters away from the culmination of this arc. But for now, let's just talk about Charmy and the new lore expansion that occurred in chapter 194. So, first off, if you were to ask me, did I see that coming? Man, no way. No way. I did not ever think this little midget, I shouldn't call her a midget, that was true. I never thought this little girl, who was modeled off of the author's wife, if I recall, was ever going to be like this crazy. Like, I always thought, you know, you don't want to piss her off because, you know, you don't piss off the nice character because then they might do something crazy. But this is like on a whole other level. This was on such a whole other level that they had to bust out hybrid theory, and then they had to bust out what we assume is a long dead race. And that was pretty hilarious. Not hilarious. It was pretty cool. And I like it because, you know, humans and elves. Like the thing is, the Black Clover world really needs some more world building or world exploration. It really needs just a little bit of free time just to tell us a little bit about the world, instead of just doing Asta antics or character antics. Mind you, what we've gotten so far is alright. Like, we have gone international a few times, we have dealt with the Diamond Kingdom, we have gone to the Water Temple and all that, but it's moments like these where it just, I wish we knew more about the world before we set into these big plot reveals. You know, and for the case of the dwarves, it's a case of, you know, they're a long dead race, or a race that hasn't been seen for a long time, so there's no real reason for anyone to know about it. But it'd be cool if the author had managed to sneak in some small references into this. Now, mind you, the author might have snuck in references because, as we have seen in the recent, or not the recent, but like one of the Black Clover episodes from a few weeks ago, Henry was foreshadowed to be in the Black Bull Castle from a very long time. And at the time of the chapter that had the foreshadowing, I totally missed it. So there is a very good possibility that I have missed some kind of hint to the dwarves. If there's any hint that you guys remember, please let me know down below, and I'll go look at it and then we can praise this. But otherwise, I'm just going back into the whole world building thing. I would have rather that the world building happened in a slice of life chapter as opposed to during a fight. I'm glad it happened in general, but you know, I wish we had more time to just kind of soak it in or make theories about it. Regardless, I'm very happy that traditional races are getting into Black Clover. The Black Clover author said that he could go on as long as Naruto, I believed, which is definitely a feat. And this arc has introduced things like the Shadow Realm or the Shadow Kingdom, and they've introduced now the concept of dwarves and hybrids. Knowing that Charmy is a dwarf hybrid, you would assume that probably means that, hey, there's dwarves running around somewhere. So I'm very excited at the possibility of us getting to explore other races. And right now the elves are, well, this elf was freaking out at the concept of a dwarf. So that makes me really excited because I want to know what's so special about the dwarves. I want to know what makes the elves get concerned about them. I want to know what's so special about their magic. Because another thing that happens, of course, as you read the chapter, is that the dwarves have special magic. And for right now, all I can see is that, okay, the special magic means that their magic is sentient. I don't know. Are they playing up on the idea that dwarves get along well with earth spirits? Have we seen gnome yet as a legendary spirit here? Well, maybe not. Anyway, point is, I am very excited that we have gnomes. Oh, sorry, we have I'm very excited we have dwarves involved, because that might mean that we're gonna get a bunch of other races in the future. Maybe gnomes, maybe halflings. Think about anything else that's English, Druidic, maybe centaurs. You know, it opens up the possibilities now that we know elves are not the only thing, and that's really exciting. Now, on the other hand, let's talk about the powers a little bit. The power, as we saw, is a wolf, or the second stage of the power is a wolf. And as we also saw in the chapter, there was hybrid theory. Now, we have seen two attributes being present in one person before. We saw it with the Diamond Kingdom experiment, but this time this is a natural occurring phenomena between two races. So that's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting that this concept can exist in that kind of setting. But the most interesting part, or the most cool part, I think, of Charmy's power here is that you legitimately have a wolf, a wolf in sheep's clothing, or a wolf in sheep's skin. That is so cool. That's such a cool implementation of that phrase. I love that, man. That was great. And then, you know, you also have like the other aspect of Fenrir, I think. Fenrir, like, is he a big eater in his mythology? Anyway, point is, this wolf thing is pretty cool, and I love the little references that come out from it being a wolf and it being a big eater. I'm totally into that, man. That was such a cool little twist. Now again, I think the twist is weakened a little bit only because it comes out without any big reference or any big foreshadowing that I can think of in my head, but it's still a pretty cool twist. I do want them to specify exactly what makes dwarf magic special, because right now all I can say is that, okay, the sentience seems to be the only special thing, but then you look at something like Vanessa and her magic. She has a cat, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly where this difference comes in from. That said, I'm looking forward to it in the future. I'm hoping that the author, after we're done with this arc, will have time to just explain things to us. Man, that's all I really want. I just want the author to take his time explaining things. I don't mind having more dialogue in Black Clover chapters. Black Clover chapters, in fact, could, you know, serve to have some more dialogue. It'd really help out a chapter of Black Clover if it had more dialogue instead of just reactions to people doing stuff. But that's a little thing on my side. It's just like, at the end of the day, we're in a situation in the Clover Kingdom where we really don't know anything else about the world. We assume that we know that there's a Diamond Kingdom out there, which makes us assume that there is a Heart Kingdom and a Spade Kingdom, but we'll never know. Maybe they've mentioned it before. They might have mentioned one of them before. I'm kind of remembering Angry talking about this at one point. Yeah, anyway, my memories are shot, but point is, I just want more world building. I think more world building will make moments like this feel better. But yo, what if after this arc we end up opening the door on exploring the other races? Like, you know, we have missions going out to meet the dwarves, or missions going out to meet the centaurs. That'd be totally neat. I'd be totally into that. Right now in this world, we know there are dwarves, demons, elves, and humans. I would love to know more. Anyway, guys, let me know what you thought down below. Let me know what you're excited about. And of course, Charmy was amazing in this chapter. I don't think we've ever seen... I didn't expect it. I have no idea if anyone else expected it, but it was pretty cool. Props for the author for coming up with such a neat plot twist and working in a wolf in sheep's clothing. Anyway, guys, let me know what you thought down below. And until next time, I hope you have a great day. And of course, keep an eye out for more Black Clover content, including the Black Clover manga arc review once this arc is over.